Hey my vintage paper lovers, welcome to Steph's Design Space where the past and present meet in journal form. Okay, I'm really excited about what I'm doing today. This is like my idea journal, and so my idea is in here. Look at this. I'm going to show you how to make this. Okay, so it is, you know what, let me glue it down. So I didn't glue it down because I wanted to show you what it is and how it is, but I am going to glue it down now. Where's my other glue? Why is this falling over? So if you missed my live last night, I kind of was super excited about this, and because it is something that just popped into my head. Sorry, this glue is choosing to be gunky. Really? Can we just not? Anyway, on my website, I have these clear templates. Okay, you know what? I'm over you. All right, come on, don't fail me. I have clear templates, and 2.0 has 4 envelope templates, which is what these are. And we are going to play with those today. All right, so this is going to lay down right here. Now this is my practice one, right? Because I'm trying to do practice before I just go out in there. So we have an envelope that we can put a little secret note in, another envelope for another secret note, and they just fold under each other, another envelope. And then the itty bitty baby is Velcroed closed. We can put a little secret note in that. So we have 4 envelopes put together, and they can go on a page. How gorgeous is that? I know, it is so simple, but you know what? It really is the simple things in life for me. So let's get to making our own. And you know I better put this in here because it will get gunky if I don't. This one, I don't know why this one is gunky. I don't know why, but it really bothers me. Oh, I think maybe it's done. Yeah, all right, I ungunked her if I need to use her. All right, take all that off. Now, this. We're going to use this double-sided. So this is the Victorian Rose double-sided 12 by 12 on my website. Okay, so this one is on the website, and I am going to use this. These are the templates of which I speak. There are 4. These are the envelope templates. There's other templates in there, pockets, tags, etc. But we're going to only be worried about the envelopes today. So what I am doing is I have 4 different sizes. I want to start with the big one and the middle one. So big, skip this one. So these 2 are going to be cut from the same side, and these 2 are going to be cut from the same side. Okay, now theoretically, when I am like making envelopes, this is the part of the envelope you see, so I would move this around to make sure that what I wanted was in there, except this time around the flap is what we're gonna see, right? Because this part's gonna be glued down. So I'm focusing on where the flap is. Okay, I want this big one. So I want this flower to be on this flap. So when I fold it down, this is what I see. So I am going to line it up, and that's why I love these clear templates, because I can make for certain I'm getting exactly what I want to see on my envelope, whether it's the flap, the centerpiece, what have you. Okay, so I am gonna do that. It's up against the edge, and I'm just gonna Now it is up against the edge. All right, and then we just trace around. Now that is that size, and then this is the next one. Again, I want to make sure that I have a flower on the flap. Oh, this flap, not the inside flap, the outside flap. This is the outside flap. All right, so I'm gonna do it just like that. I don't know if y'all can see, so I'm gonna bring it up and hopefully it's focused, but I can't, there's so much light in my eyeballs right now, I can't hardly see. There we go, if I stand up I can. So you can see this is where the flap is gonna be, and so I'm able to place that right over the exact place that I want it. If I was worried about what I wanted in the center envelope, then I could move it around. But I want the rose on the flap because that's what's going to go down. Okay. And just like that. And we trace around. And make sure you get the corners, because the little cutouts, because I have forgotten to do that. Just drawing a straight line. The cutouts are important. Okay, now I'm going to cut these out, and then we will do the other two. Alright, I'm just going to speed through the cutting out process because I'm just cutting out what I traced. Okay, so those two are cut out. Now I want the flip side for the other two envelopes. This glass mat is amazing and I love it, and it's so easy to clean and it's not going to get all gross, but I sometimes trying to get stuff off of it is a pain in the butt. Okay, now this is the medium size one. And I'm just trying to see what I want. I really love this green. And so I really want this to be like on the big flap. But turning it this way, it's not big enough. So I have to sacrifice what I want. But I can get a little bit of this green right here. So I think I'm going to do this. Alright, so I'm going to trace this one out here. I know, I get quiet when I concentrate. Apparently tracing is takes a lot of concentration. Okay, and this, I don't know why this is stuck to me. It's driving me crazy. And this little one, I can have the green on here. So I'm going to trace this out like that. I love this paper. This, for whatever reason, this design is so beautiful to me. I will be using it a lot. Good thing my paper packs come with 3 of each paper, right? I don't know if I came up. Okay, so that is good to go. All right, these templates set to the side. So I like cutting out with the bigger scissors, but the little notches, I do better with the smaller ones. You know, I'm goofy. That's just the way that it is. But when I was doing my practice run to make sure that my idea that was in my head actually looked good on paper, because a lot of times either it doesn't look good on paper or I can't take my idea and get it on paper properly. Anyway, so as I was doing that, I realized that this little envelope template wasn't right. And I kept tracing, cutting, folding, and I thought it was me, right? I'm like, do I not know how to trace? Do I not know how to cut? Because it wasn't right. And then I realized that my template wasn't right. So it wasn't me. When I created the clear plastic template, it was off a bit. So I redid it. The people who, and I've already reached out to everybody, so who already ordered the templates, that the replacement for the tiny one is getting shipped to you this week. Because I goofed. You know, and it happens. So, easy fix, easy solution, and y'all will be getting the new ones PDQ. Okay, these are all of the envelopes. Now, all we have to do is fold them with what I want on the outside in mind. So these two, the flowers are on the outside. And I always start with the side flaps, fold those in. Where's my bone folder? Okay, I'm going to fold this one up. This one is down. Now you can round the corners or not, it doesn't matter. There is a little bit of a pencil mark, and just like that it is gone. So if you use a pencil and you have the pencil mark, you can erase it. Sometimes the if you ink it, it helps, you know, cover it up. But I don't know what color I'm going to use to ink it, so I'd rather just erase it. Now I'm going to get my itty bitty out, and I am going to round my corners. I just like the way that rounded corners look. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one to show you. But before I glue it, let me determine what color do I want to, I think this green, old paper. Let me see if that's what I want. Let me get a scratch piece. Oh, here, there's a small one. Oh yeah, that's pretty. The old paper is gonna look good. Here, I'm gonna zoom in a bit. There we go. Maybe that'd be better for y'all. Yeah, I like the look of the old paper on the edge. So I'm gonna ink it up, just the edges that I'm going to see. I will see this edge. I mean, you can ink the whole thing, but if I'm not going to see it, then there's no point in spending the extra time. Right now, I am going to see this fold, and I always like to ink my folds. Yep, that looks great. So I'm just going to set that to the side. We are going to glue this. So I always just glue these flaps, and then lay that over the top. Then I know it's perfect, and I'm not, because I used to try to do this flap and then do, but I always went too far, and then glue was in there. It was just a mess. So that is the one. Now, quickly, I'm just going to fold and glue the rest of these the same exact way. I just don't want to bore you with all the folding. Okay, so those are all done, and my baby's over here winding up on my desk. Alright, so these are all done. Now, the next thing I do, and this is why I wanted to alternate the sizes with the pattern. That way you don't have like the flowers on top of the flowers. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can do whatever you want. Your journal, your rules. But for me, I wanted it to be a little broken up. So it's going to go like that. And let me show you how we're going to do that after I get Miss Thing up here. Okay, you cannot lay on my desk. Okay, Mommy is doing something. All right, no. Cat. Lacey, you have to lay over here. Lay over here. Come on. You have to go over there for now, baby. Goodness. All right, double-sided tape. I want to use the thinnest roll. No, that's not what I used. I used the one that's a little bit bigger. Baby, you cannot. Over here. Okay, I need that. Lay down. Lay down. Okay, she is just going to be a pain. All right. Now, I just kind of line it up because I want to make sure this tucks under, right? So it's going to go right there. Take my little pencil and I make a little mark on the sides so I know how wide my tape needs to be. And now I can't see that mark. Good gravy. I can't see the mark. That's funny. Right there to right there. Okay. So I'm going to take my tape. Oh, this one is wider. And start it at this line. I don't want it to go further because then it'll be sticky because the envelope won't cover it. And to right there. Okay, so we want that. And okay, perfect. That will go under. Okay, so that is where it's going to go. I'm going to lift this up, pull this down, so I want that to stick, and then I can just pull that out. And there we have it. So just a strip of double-sided tape. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. Line it up where I know that this will tuck under the envelope. My little pencil lines. Get my tape. She decided to lay down. Now, the pencil line, if you can see it, erase it. Okay? Because the envelope may not cover it up. I don't want it too high because then it makes it really difficult for this to go under. So that is perfect. You just have to eyeball it. And then I'm going to lift this, pull this down. There we go. So there we have it. Now this one, I am going to use the skinnier tape because this is much smaller. All right, right there. Just so I know where to put the tape. So I'm using the super skinny double-sided tape. Okay, right there. And pull this out. And there we have it. So we have that one that tucks in. This one tucks in. This one tucks in, and for this one, there we go. This one I need the white Velcro. I forgot I only had the black one on my desk. But you can use whatever you want. You can use a magnet. You don't have to use anything at all, right? You could just leave it just like that if you wanted to. But I like my envelopes to close. One of these days I will put these up properly and not deal with this mess that I'm dealing with right now. All right, so for this one, I want to, I just get these at Hobby Lobby in the sewing section, the little dots. And I take them, I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer, and I put them on top of each other. Squish it good. Peel off the and I always add a spot of glue. I'm gonna put that right here. Oh, I don't have the tweezers that I usually use. Just put it right in the corner, right in the top of the corner. And then we're going to take off the plastic from this side. I don't know why nothing can be easy. There we go. Another spot of glue, and then close it. And I just let it kind of marinate, let it sit. I don't try to mess with it until a few minutes. But we're gonna see about decorating. Come on, the envelopes. I did pull this out because I thought this ribbon would be so pretty, but it's a bit white. But I thought that would be so gorgeous right across the top of that. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna trim it right there. But I'm thinking I am going to get maybe Tattered Rose. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, let me take this off. Where is my old paper? So I've learned, so just a little trick. I just used what is that called? You can use double-sided tape. This is the tape runner. I just put some tape runner on there and stick it to it. It comes off super easy, goes back on. Once it doesn't have stick anymore, I'll just put more on it. But the flat ones fit perfect, and it still fits right inside of my little cubby. So that, don't want that, no. I think I want antique linen. That is the one that I want. So I'm gonna take this antique linen, and we are going to creamify this white lace. So if you have white and you're trying to put it on like a cream colored whatever, just get some ink. And you can always ink up your ribbon to whatever color you want or have. I have been a very long time collector of the inks. All right, I think I'm going to take a tad of Vintage Photo and just kind of go over the top just a hair. Try to get in these spots in between the flowers here. You know my saying, if you don't have it, make it. Alright, now, I think this matches a wee bit better. Yes. I do kind of want it to stick up a bit, right? Because I like that hanging off. So that is what I'm going to do. So basically, I'm going to glue the roses to the very top portion. I know I need Linda for that. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to do, if anything. Oh, you need to get hot. With these. I'm trying to see, what do I have down here? Oh, you know what might be pretty is some pink rickrack. I'm just seeing what I have. Is this the double or single? That's the double. I don't want the double. I want the single, if I even have, yeah, I do. That is a bit much. Well, sometimes it's darker when it's laid on top of each other. Let me see. That's not too bad. All right, I'm gonna hold on to that thought. But right now, I am going to get a glue stick. I should probably play music in the background, except YouTube gets so picky about that nonsense. Okay, move that over. I am going to trim. And there we have it. I think I might trim that a bit. So, and then this one. There we go. There we go. Tuck that back in. Now, let's and then just squish it down. Trim. It does get more challenging. That's okay. The other one I did glitter and I didn't think about it when I poured. So I just put double-sided tape across the top of the other one and poured glitter. I didn't think about all the glitter that fell down there. I had a glitter mess. I did. Now I'm thinking that this rickrack would look really cute over the top of this lace. Okay, trim it. Man, this would have looked good in the journal I did for Jordan. Too bad I was not inspired by this at that time. Yeah, that looks cool. I like me some rickrack. It reminds me of my grandmother. My paternal grandmother. My paternal grandmother was a seamstress. She sewed. She did all the sewing. Made me some of the most beautiful outfits. But I tell you what she made me, and I've talked about this before. She made me a Crayola apron. And it was an apron that I wore around my waist. And it had slots for each individual crayon in the apron. So when I put it on and all my crayons were in there, my apron was full and I would take one out and put it back in the slot. And I actually got to just wear my crayons. It was the coolest thing. I wished I still had it. Memories. All right. Right now we're just doing plain rickrack on this one. And right here, I need to close that drawer, and not that one, this one. I need to get in this container, and let's see, do I want that? I think that's too big. How about that? I can put that flower right there. I also have one it's a little bit big though. I do like the flatness of that. But does it have to be pink? Because I have I'm just seeing what all I have in here. No. Nope. Oh, maybe that. No, I don't like that either. Nope, too big. Okay, I think it's going to be this, does it, that little pink one, or maybe that one. I think that. All right, it's between those two. So let me move this out of my hair. Okay, so it is this one or this one. I think this really picks out the brighter pinks, so I'm gonna go with that one. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right. Last time I closed that, I actually didn't close it very well and it went everywhere. Okay, so and there we have it. And if I were to put this on a page, so here's my little practice page. So that is what it would look like on a page. And then you just add all your fun stuff to it. Right? Like I would cut little journal cards to put in each envelope. So you have that one, that one. It's just a very awesome way to keep your envelopes closed, but they're still very functional. Okay, that needs to be trimmed. So it will open and close properly. Oh, come on. Okay. And then that tucks in under there. And then this comes up. And it has its little space under there, which I want to make sure did not get glued down, because that has happened to me. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now it's good to go. We have a little flower. Oh my gosh, that is so, so beautiful. All right, now rush to stephsdesignspace.com. Go get your template 2.0 that has all of these envelope templates in it and the double-sided paper, the 12 by 12 double-sided paper. Happy shopping. Don't forget to follow me in all the places. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this unique idea. At least it's unique to me. And yeah, until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.